Yes.
All right. Okay, I think we are good to go almost. Yes, we are live with an excellent connection via YouTube. Thank you, YouTube
Yeah.
Live. All right. Now
Nice.
we can get down to business. Maybe 30 minutes later than anticipated, but hey, that's showbiz.
Yeah.
So now that I got you on here and I can see you, I can hear you, everything's vibing. Let's get into it. Well, let me introduce you
Yeah.
first. Let me introduce you first for our viewing audience, and if they're not watching tonight, because I probably lost some viewers while we were trying to get everything fixed, but that's all right. That's what recordings are for.
That's okay.
That's what recordings are for. All right, so all the way from Austria, right?
Yes.
Miss Genie. Now, do you prefer Genie or Genie Lamp? Because I see that sometimes too.
No, it's just Genie. Genie is fine for me. And don't mistake Austria for Australia, because that's something that happens all the time.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah, there's two totally different animals, folks. Believe me.
Absolutely.
So, getting into it, the video for Leaving You Behind is smoking hot. The concept is deep, to say the least. So I always like to ask artists, when you see a video like that and it's such a powerful story within a 3-4 minute time window, what brought you to that concept and how did it all just kind of come about?
I mean, the song is about my ex-boyfriend. He was emotional abusive. I mean, physical a little, but not, it was not that bad. But yeah, he was emotional abusive, and that's why I wrote this song. And I also wanted to show that in a video, that story. So I took a guy that looked similar to him, and then we made the video. Yeah, I made it with an actor, and we recreated those scenes. And it's about breaking free and getting out of those toxic relationships. And yeah, and we tried to bring that into the video. We try to work with colors that were my colors. I mean, I'm a person that's always wearing pink. I mean, you see it right now. I'm a very colorful person, but still we used a little of pink, but also dark colors like black, blue. We wanted to have this atmosphere that's a little less happy than the people are used to see me. So I showed another side of me, something that people didn't know. And yeah, that's what we wanted to bring across the world.
Okay.
all over the world. I cannot speak anymore.
So for us slow folks over here in Hawaii, I'm taking it that in Austria you're a pretty big deal. You are
I mean, I'm starting to be a big deal. I'm just starting. I mean, I'm a newcomer. This year I released my first EP and my first English songs this year. I was releasing in German last year, but it didn't work for me. I don't know. I didn't feel it. I mean, it's my language, but if you hear German, it's so hard. It's not flowing, and you cannot work with it. And I don't know. You cannot work with melodies that good as in English. Yeah.
So you didn't find a lot of acceptance for your music in Germany?
Yes.
Wow. So how has it been though, crossing over markets? Because if you had to say, well, it didn't do so hot in Germany, but folks in the United States love it. So does it kind of feel that way?
It feels that way, actually. I mean, with my English songs, it's so much easier to go across the borders. And yeah, and the strange thing is that when I started singing English again, I mean, I started 5 years ago in English and I didn't release anything. Then I did German because everyone was recommending me to do German because I'm in Germany and Austria. And when I switched back to English, the strange thing is that now the success is so much bigger, even in my own country where we don't speak English. But I think that I feel it, the people feel that I feel it. It's like that. Yeah.
I can't say I've ever been to Germany or anywhere near Austria. I can't say that. I mean, it's on the bucket list. It's on the to-do list.
Yeah.
It definitely is. But I'm just trying to understand, what is the music scene like in Germany? I mean, a lot of groups, from Germany have influenced American music, from hip-hop to R&B to pop, dance, electronica, you name it. I mean, there are a lot of great groups that came out of Germany that, we still pop locking to this very day. So with everybody having so much freedom to do music and distribute their own music, the world's a lot smaller than it used to be when it comes to doing that. So has the scene, in your opinion, has the music scene kind of polarized to kind of, I don't want to say even everything out, or just kind of make everything the same all across the board? Or do you feel like there's still a lot of creativity where you're at?
I think there's still a lot of creativity. I mean, the thing is, the German market is the big German market with Germany and so on, but we have the Austrian market too. And the Austrian market is totally different. Because all the other countries in Europe, I think they're so much more open and they do a lot more for their artists. And my country, they are very, I don't know how to say, but they just always look and they are, we say in Austria, we say they have Scheuklappen. You know what the horses are wearing?
Tunnel vision.
Yeah, tunnel vision.
Because I don't know what the hell that was that you just said a minute ago.
I couldn't speak it.
Say it again.
Yeah, they have this tunnel vision of everything, and they don't see how big things can go. And the strange thing is they play American music in the radio stations. But if you, as an Austrian person, make American music or very modern music, they don't play it because they think, you're from Austria and you try to do things they are doing in America. I mean, we don't take you. And so we have a big alternative scene. We have a big scene of indie, but it's very artsy. Let's say like that. Our scene is artsy, or very and crazy, and let's spit blood all over somewhere. And
oh boy. Now, is it really difficult to get your music on the radio over there?
Yeah, in Austria, yes. In Germany, it's running already. In Germany, my music is on some radio stations, also coming to some bigger stations now, also leaving you behind. It will go to Big FM. It's a big station in Germany. But in Austria, it's very hard. It's just very small radios yet. Okay. And my newest song, Weekend Mode, is now, you can wish for it in the biggest radio station in Austria, but it's not in the airplay right now. Not yet. I encourage my fans to vote for me so that I'm gonna be there. But yeah, Austria is very, very complicated. And it's strange because it's a very small country. It's only, 10% of Germany. Okay. Austria is so tiny.
So with that being said, and with everything that's been happening with COVID, have you been able to get out to perform? Are there still a lot of restrictions over there as far as people gathering and things like that? How have you been able to navigate the pandemic and almost post-pandemic industry?
Yes, I mean, we of course I had to cancel a lot of shows, and money was, I didn't have much money at that time. Now, I mean, I was living from music. 60% of my income was from music. So it was very hard for me in the beginning. Now it starts to come back again. But I had some festivals last year because we had special Corona restrictions, and they were quite okay. But we had, I mean, you couldn't. They were not allowed to scream. The audience was not allowed to scream
Wow.
or to whatever. Yeah,
Hold up.
because they said
You can't
how you
scream.
say to that in English? Yeah,
Yeah, you can't holler. No, ain't gonna be no hollering.
yeah,
Ain't gonna be no screaming.
yeah. They were just allowed to clap and sit there, and they had squares where they were like in a cage. And yeah, it was very strange, and it was
Wow.
another experience, let's say like that. But I'm very happy that it seems to be ending now. Yeah.
So all they could do
But
was sit in a little
I got some
square.
changes.
Just sit in a little square and oh, that's so nice. So
Yeah, they
nice.
were not allowed to scream, and I was like, shh, you can just clap your hands, and that's everything.
Wow, that is nuts. I
Yeah,
can't
it's
imagine what
crazy.
that must have been like because as an artist, especially a performing artist, you feed off of the energy of the crowd. You know,
Yeah,
the more hype the crowd gets, the more hype you get on stage. So I can imagine that that must have been very different from what you were probably used to.
oh yes. And the other thing was there were streaming concerts, but I mean that's even worse because there you can't see any people. You're just performing and there's nobody there. I'm very happy that I mean I hope it comes back again this summer. I have a performance in June. I mean they're only allowed 100 people, but
Hey,
I think that will be cool. I hope that everything goes well now and it's getting better.
well, with smaller audiences, do you think that it'd be easier for you to kind of like work those crowds? Seeing as how if you have 100 people, you would probably be able to kind of really interact more with your audience before, during, and after your performance, right? Because you're not,
Yeah,
if it was 10,000, then you really only work with what's right there in front of the stage. But with it being kind of
yeah,
small, I'm just thinking out loud, like trying to take advantage of what's there because right now it ain't much. So if you got 100 people in front of you, by the end of that day, all 100 will go home saying, "Yeah, yeah, I talked to Gini. Yeah, I chopped it up
yeah,
with her.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah."
I mean that's good, and I think that's cool. I like to sing in front of small audiences as well, or yeah, in front of a small audience. But I think that's even more challenging
Mm,
because if you're that big that 10,000 people are coming to your concert, they're all on your side. But those small concerts where you don't have to pay much entry and there come different people, they may be not your fans and they maybe don't know you. Um, so you have to win them. And I think that's more of a challenge.
I'm so happy you said that. I wish I could put that on a bumper sticker. And just give it to independent artists that I've worked with in the past, and I still see making the same mistakes today. Like what you just said, you gotta win them. You can't expect them to
Yeah,
show up and just because your friends think your music is dope or you think your
yeah,
music is dope doesn't mean that they're gonna think that. So you have to sell yourself and convince them that hey, I'm worth the price of admission.
yeah, absolutely. And it's even harder in Austria because our people, they are not very warm-hearted. They are very cold and they're always like, okay, I'm at this concert. Now show me what you got. I want to see. They're always like that. And when I was performing in Mexico, for example, they were like, cool, I'm at a concert. I'm happy. I'm excited. I want to see that. Even if they didn't know me.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So Austrians are kind of rigid. I guess that's the word.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't feel Austrian at all. I have to say that because I'm so different. I'm always the one that's sticking out because I'm open. I talk to everybody. And yeah, I mean, we are a cool country. I love my city. I'm living in Vienna. Um, yeah, we have so many cultures in here. We have a cool city, but still the people are so close and like a
But if
little
you if you ever
arrogant.
make it to Hawaii, then you are gonna love it. You're gonna love it here.
I think so. Oh my God. I will I will also love the weather because I hate the weather in Austria right now. It's changing every hour. It's raining, then it's snowing, then the
What?
sun comes out, then it's raining again, then the sun is now changing 5 times a day.
Y'all got that bipolar weather.
Yeah.
Weather need to go see a shrink.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I really enjoyed what I heard and what I saw in your music video and in your sound. And I mean, it's easy to say, you know, you heard one pop star, you heard them all. But with me, it's like your delivery is just fearless. That's the best word I can come up with to describe your delivery. You are absolutely freaking fearless on the track. And you just kind of lay it all out there. And I think that doesn't happen as much now in music as it used to. Artists are really pensive and kind of reluctant to really open up and share themselves. So all we really get to see is the facade of fame. I got money, I got jewels, I got houses, I got cars, but rarely do we see them be vulnerable, open up, and let us really get inside and get to know them. So that's why I thought the video "Leaving You Behind" was so damn powerful, because it's stuff that happens, it's stuff that goes on, and you know, like, I guess to put it in layman's terms, people will look at you and see a beautiful girl, like, man, she is gorgeous, but they don't know what you're dealing with at home. All they see is the finished product when you come outside. You know,
that's true.
How come you don't smile, girl? Beautiful thing like you should smile. But then if you knew what the hell she's dealing with at the crib, you know why she's not smiling.
And that's always a thing with females or with women. They're always expected to be happy, smiling, always have to be, I don't know, they shouldn't bring any trouble or something like that. They should just be easy. I don't know. I have always this feeling that the people are very distracted when they get to know me, because if I don't say a word and I'm standing there with my blonde hair and I'm the typical white girl, maybe, and they think, okay, yeah, she's cute, she's sweet, but then I speak and they're like, ooh, that doesn't fit. And I'm fearless of showing my face in an ugly way, because I'm on TikTok too, and I do many comedy things, and my name there is Billie Styrish. You know Billie Eilish, Billie
Yes.
Styrish. Styrish is my dialect is called Styrish, and that's why I invented this name. And yeah. And on my TikTok, I show my face like super ugly. I look like that. I do anything with my face. I don't want to be I used to be like that. I always wanted to look pretty and just look like, but I stopped it because I think that's not authentic. And I want to be authentic in my music and in everything I do. And when I started doing that, I mean, there are of course more haters, but also more lovers. And more fans.
That's all.
And I think it's cool to be controversial.
A hater is just a potential fan. That's all.
Yeah, and I think it's cool because I mean, when you're controversial, you stay in the head of the people.
Very true.
And I think that's the good thing about haters, or about, I mean, you get recognized. I mean, people see you, even if they don't like you. Okay, but they see you.
So is this what you always envisioned for yourself? Like when you were a little itty bitty girl in Austria, skipping down the lane, did you ever really see yourself where you are right now in the music game?
I always wanted to be a singer. I always wanted to do that. And now I'm not satisfied. I want to have more and more and more. But if I saw myself with my child self, I mean, with my child eyes of a child, I don't know, then I would be proud of myself. I would say, oh my God, you know all the big people in Austria. Oh my God, you speak to them. Oh my God, you've been talking to Warner Music Austria. Oh my God, you've been talking to blah, blah. I mean, it's a lot, but now where I'm in this situation, I don't see it as that big anymore, because you know the truth now. You know major labels are shit, basically. I mean, they don't do anything for you, especially if you're a newcomer. You can go to a major label if you are big already. But if you are a newcomer, I mean, all the people say, I want to have a major label, and they just started. I mean, that's the worst thing that can happen to you, because they won't care about you. They won't give you money. They won't do anything for you. You're just having a contract where you are not able to do everything you want.
Exactly.
And that's it.
It's setting people up for failure. I mean, a lot of young artists, and I mean, especially when it comes to hip hop, R&B, pop, you know, they look at the Ariana Grandes, they look at the Migos, they look at the Cardi B's and all of that, and all they see is, oh, they got money. I'm like,
yeah,
there's a price tag on that money. Better believe it. If someone hands you, oh, we're gonna give you a contract for $150,000, there are people over here who, oh yeah, that's great, that's good money. Dude, no, it ain't. You know how much of that money has to be spent on studio time, legal fees, because you gotta, you know, take care of all your licensing and all of that kind of stuff. Then you gotta pay a producer to make your beats or make your tracks. You gotta pay an engineer to mix your tracks. Then you gotta pay for the marketing and everything else that's gonna go into selling your finished product. So at the end of the day, $150,000 is $0 until you make it back.
Absolutely.
And you don't even get to see any money off of your project until the label gets their money back.
Yeah, that's so true. But I mean, I think in the USA, it's still better, because you get money at least. In Austria, they say, here, you got 20,000 euros. Make an album. With 20,000 euros, I mean, what should you do with that?
How much is
so
that?
You have to pay from your private money.
How much would 20,000 euros be in American money?
I think $25,000.
That ain't shit as far as making an album.
Yeah, it's absolutely nothing.
You might as well just do it yourself at home and learn how to engineer, learn how to mix, learn how to do everything. So I'm a big proponent for independent artists. I'm an independent artist. I had to learn, you know, through trial and error over the years, you know, of getting screwed by a label. I was signed to a label before and got majorly screwed. But in that, I learned a lot. I learned the business. I learned that there are two sides to the game. There's the music industry, and then there's the music business. And if you're going to be successful, you really need to know what's going on both sides of that coin, or you will get fucked quick before you even know what's happening. So
absolutely.
Going back to my question, so from being a young starry-eyed Gini to getting into the game and then having the wool pulled up from over your eyes and looking around like, oh shit, this is not what this wasn't on the brochure. Do you find value in having that knowledge now, or do you feel like it made you a little cynical, or are you still kind of starry-eyed for what you can do on your own?
You mean, wait, I didn't get the question, I think.
With everything.
You mean if I,
Yeah, with everything you know now about the music, about making music, selling music, being a successful artist, are you more eager for the future now than you were before? Because now you know the rules to the game. So now that you know how to play the game, it's like, okay, what can I do next? What can I tackle next?
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wish I have known all that stuff earlier, because then I would be at another point in my life, I guess, and it would be much further. But now that I know everything, or not everything, I mean, when do you know everything? I absolutely don't know everything. But now that I know much more and that I experienced a lot of stuff, I am even more fierce to be bigger or to get a
Like,
bigger
let's
audience.
go. Let's get it.
And I don't aim to be a Dua Lipa. I don't aim to be a Beyonce or something like that, because that's always something that's, for me, it has a lot to do with destiny too, and with luck, to be in the right place at the right time with the right song with the right people. There has to be so many things that have to be right. But if I will be, I'm happy if I'm a little a high class artist. I don't have to be at a super top place, but if I get something like, who do I know who's in this? I mean, Aaron Noga. I don't know if you know her. There's some artists, they are known in the scene, they have their audience. So if I have 1 million listeners on Spotify and they are real, they are not paid, then that's cool for me, because it's 1 million people listening to my music, and that's enough. You can do concerts, you can live from music, and that's what I want. I don't need to be super big. I mean, if it happens, I would be happy, but I'm already 24, so let's see.
Oh, you have plenty of time. Trust me. And I can definitely understand why you say that, because, I mean, you look at the stars, or what we call stars today. You look at the things that they have to go through. Every aspect of their life is up for public scrutiny. Anything that they do
Yeah.
that is slightly off of their baseline is considered weird, or they try to make it seem like it's some kind of great big scandal when it's just everyday shit that people do. So I learned that a long time ago, is that I don't want to be, I don't want to be as big as those guys are, because I don't want to deal with the bullshit that comes with that.
Yeah, and the pressure. I mean, pressure in every way. Not only in being successful with your music, but also in looking good and having a good body, in investing in your face, do facelifts, whatever. I mean, they change so much. I mean, even Beyonce has things done. She's my big idol, but I was kind of shocked when I saw that her boobs were super big. I was like, okay. When she started her career, she had so small boobs, so they have to be done. She had surgery, and that's so sad for me, because I think if nobody would give in to that pressure, then it would be so much easier for everyone.
Do you find yourself coming across a lot of that, as far as
Yeah,
being especially being a woman in this industry? It's gotta be. I mean, you probably have some horror stories for real.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm also an actress, and I also made an experience with a director who tried to sexually assault me.
Wow.
And it's always like that. And then you hear those stories. I mean, I'm still young because I'm under 30. But then there's this magic border where the people say, oh, when you turn 30, then it's over. Then nobody wants you anymore. Then you're old. Whether it's in the music business or in the music industry or in the film industry, it doesn't matter. It's always like that. There's this cliche of women being old over 30. And the man still can reach everything.
That is shocking.
That's a problem.
That is eye-opening right there, because I mean, you would think that, I mean, women, especially beautiful women, I mean, their beauty's timeless. Women just get better and better and better with each year. I mean, that's just the way I look at it. Women get better every year, and they either kind of just keep it steady, or they always transcend the expectations. And it's not because they look like they just stepped off a magazine cover. It's that maturity. When that maturity kicks in, and the wisdom kicks in, to me, that's more beautiful than any boob job or butt job or Botox injections in the lips and all that other crazy shit. But
Yeah.
I'm just one person, though. And when I look at young ladies like Cardi B, Megan, Ariana, and see how harshly they're judged for their physical appearance,
Yeah,
I can only imagine
absolutely.
for, especially for you, being on that, you're like you're right there. You're about to break. You're about to break through and become this huge sensation, whether locally, regionally, or who knows, internationally.
Yeah.
How will you know how to kind of pump the brakes and say, okay, this is as far as I want to go. I don't want to go past this point. You know, I've got my million fans, I've got my million supporters. I don't want to go past that. But the industry is going to be saying, no, girl, we need more. We need you to do more. We need more, 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 more. So how will you know when to pump the brakes and say, you know what, I'm good. I'm good where I'm at.
I will know it when I have the feeling that it's not me anymore, and that it's not something I would really do. Because I used to be at a point where I said I would do anything for fame and blah blah blah. I was like that when I was a teenager. And I was really at the point where I said I do anything they want me to do. I sleep only 4 hours. I do anything. But now I'm at the point that I say no. If I don't feel comfortable and I don't feel it's me, and I don't feel that it's cool for me, because recently I saw an interview with Ariana Grande where she maybe was put in a costume that she didn't like, I guess, because she said, those shorts are so short. I mean, those hot pants are so short. I don't know if you can see anything. I don't feel comfortable. And I was like, I would not do that. If they tell me wear that and I'm so uncomfortable with it and I have the feeling that everyone can see everything of me, I would say no. And if they say then we're gonna kick you out, then I say yes, do it. And you know what I would do then? I go to on social media and every platform. I go to the media in Austria and I would make a scandal out of it. And then you can have what you want, but I got fame and I took something good out of it. That's what I do. Like, nobody in this society, we have the possibility to reach so many people, even if we don't have the support of big media or something like that. And I think we should use that, and we should make that, and we can make a big difference if we do that.
Well, I think that your video, Leaving You Behind, is definitely going to resonate with a lot of young women who have found themselves in those situations, in a toxic relationship, and struggling, how, trying to figure out, how do I get out of this? Do I want to get out of this? They may be afraid to get out of it because they've managed to convince themselves that this is as good as it gets for me. So I'm very appreciative of your work. I'm very appreciative.
Thank you.
Of it. And I think it will have a really, really big impact on people when they listen to the song, especially when they watch the video. I mean, I don't know.
I hope so.
I don't know if they give you guys awards for videos or what over there, but that is a really, really well put together video. Powerful.
Thank you so much. I mean, we didn't have much budget, but it's getting better and better. I want to do better and better and better with videos. Small steps, but yeah. Thank you so much.
You're absolutely right. I wish more independent artists felt that way, that even without a major label, even without a multi-million-dollar deal, you can make a difference. You can have impact with your music, especially if you have, let's say you have 5,000 people on your Facebook page. If you got I don't know if you got a Facebook page. I'm just using this as an
yes,
example.
I have. I have still, but yeah.
And let's say that all 5,000 are organic people on your page. They're real and they tune into everything that you do. You have the ear of 5,000 people who are going to go out and talk about you to their friends, who are in turn going to talk about you to their friends. So it's like this big ripple effect. One person becomes 5 people, becomes 10 people, becomes 50, 100, so on and so forth. So I'm glad to hear you say that once you have a platform to work from, you can use it as a catalyst for change. You can use it as that soapbox to really get your message out there. So having said that, aside from Leaving You Behind, are there other things that you plan to touch on like that with your music, or do you just really want to show all facets of Gini?
I want to show all facets, but I have my main weight. I don't know. We say like in Austria, we say my main spot or something like that. I don't know. I didn't speak English in a very long time with people, but I focus on diversity and topics like human rights a lot. And human rights is also feminism for me, because female people are human. Right. And my next song will be Game Boy, and it will be out on the 28th of May, so next Friday. And this song is a song about breaking stereotypes. It's absolutely what we were talking about. It's about being a woman looking like maybe a cute Barbie or something like that, looking good, and people expecting you to be how you look. But the song is really about, the main message of the song is don't judge a cover by its book. I know, don't judge a book by its cover.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And that's the main message. It's about a guy and a girl, and they together. He thinks he has her under his control, but the real thing is that she's manipulating him, and she really has the control over him. Ooh. And within the song, he suddenly recognizes, fuck, oh my God, what's happening there? I thought I'm the boss, but now she's the boss. And at the end, he's totally left behind.
Nice. Now, I just saw. I don't know if you've seen this video or heard this song. I think it's I know it's Ari Lennox and somebody else, but it's called Queen Naija. Queen Naija and Ari Lennox, and the song is Set Him Up. And in the song, it's like the guy's main girlfriend and then his side chick, they're talking to each other and formulating a plan of how to set this guy up. And he's totally clueless because he thinks he's the man. You know, I got my main chick, I got my side piece, but little does he know they're plotting to set him up. So that's so important. That's so important that the women are together, you know, that they stick together, that they support each other. And that's what I want to bring out there. Don't be jealous. Instead of being jealous, go ahead and ask the girl, how did you do that? Can you help me? Can I help you for that? You know, can we help each other? That's what I want to have in our society. I don't want to have this jealousy all the time. Is that something that's common where you're at in Austria? Because I know you said that people can be kind of rigid.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that's everywhere, and that's something that patriarchy, do you say it like that? I don't know. Does to our society, or did, and that's something we have to change, because if women are apart, they are not strong. It's always like that. If people are apart, they are strong, but together they are. Yeah, and that's what we have to learn as women.
That happened during COVID. You know, healthcare workers didn't have masks. People came together and made masks. People were making masks in their homes for healthcare workers to have. So I'm definitely with you on that. Definitely with you on that. I can't wait to hear what else you're going to come up with. I'm really excited after talking to you. I just can't wait to see what you come up with next.
Me too. I hope you like it. I mean, it's different from Leaving You Behind. It will be a little more happy, but it's also sarcastic. It's happy, it seems happy, but it has a message.
I think we need more messages in the music. Especially nowadays.
Me too.
Well, before we go, shout out your social media tags so everybody knows how to find you.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram under Gini Lampel, GINILAMPL. You can as well find me with that name on Facebook, and you find me on TikTok but you won't understand anything, I guess. I don't do a lot of English stuff, but you can find me under the name Billy Steirish. And that's it. And you can also go to my homepage. It's ginimusic.at. Not com.
Ginimusic.at.
Yeah.
Got it. Gini, I don't know what time it is over there where you are, but thank you so much for being patient and for working through the problems.
Yes.
I mean, that's the whole
I
show.
just took my phone. Phone is better than any computer.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, this was the whole show. There's no point in doing anything else. This was awesome. I really can't wait to see what else you come up with musically. And thanks again so much for taking time out to chop it up with your boy Shango. And don't be a stranger, Don't be a stranger.
No, I won't be. Thank you so much for your invitation and for the talk. And now I have to go to my next gig.
Well, go get it. Go get it. Thanks, Gini, for chopping it up with us.
Thank you.
Bye. On, then.
Thank you.
And that was all the way from Austria, Gini Lamp. Well, I keep saying Gini Lamp, but it's not Gini Lamp. It's just Gini. But make sure you go and check out her latest track, Leaving You Behind. Check out the video. You guys are definitely going to feel it the way I felt it. And as a matter of fact, we are going to play her video right now.
If you hear me one more time, will I ever be alright again? I can make it to the stars, leaving you, babe. Should be closing my eyes. You keep hurting me, why? Oh, why? I know she'd never be the one I wanna start, but I was the one. To lose it all. If I leave you, will I fall? I don't know. Baby, you hear me one more time. Will I ever be alright again? I can make it to the stars, leaving you. Be love is just a lie. Set me free and let me live again. To the stars, leaving you, babe. Our love has been on fire. Was the one who always took you higher, higher. But you had to throw it all away. If you ever find someone like me again, so why can't you just set me free? You hear me one more time. Will I ever be alright again? I can make it to the stars, leaving you, but love is just a lie. Set me free and let me live again. I can make it to the stars, leaving you behind. Love is just a lie, it's just a lie, just a lie. Oh, oh, I'm leaving you behind now. Your love is just a lie, it's just a lie, it's just a lie. Oh, if you hear me one more time, will I ever be alright again? I can make it to the stars, leaving you, but love is just a lie. Set me free and let me live again. I can make it to the stars, leaving you behind. guidance.
Let's remember them cold nights. Grandma's house in '05, wintertime, no lights. Candles in the living room, kitchen got no rice. Fridge getting warm and everyone's on ice. Cousins on the floor, everyone pick a spot. Holes in the roof, why I gotta sleep by the pot. All night long, I listen to that water drop. I started catching rhythms, my head start to bop. Once I caught it and started flowing, a gold I ain't hardly know it, but others around me seen it. My greatness had started showing. Spiritual with syllables, visually I started glowing. The game became me because I put my whole heart and soul in. I'm out here and I'm chasing these dreams. Can't stop until I actually see why God told me rapping's for me. The fruit that fell fall from the family tree. You looking at the one of one, that soul's only begotten son, that she praying for every night. So I ain't stopping till I know I won. I need them screaming in arenas. Bad foreign things looking like young Angelinas. She keep pressing the issue, I might have to delete her. I ain't one of these rapper simps, I don't even need her. I'm a heartbreak veteran, play a life president. Back in high school with the Why Not Letterman. It wasn't even mine, it was Owens from him wrestling. Finessing young boy, and I ain't know no better than. But now I'm speaking life into these situations. $1 million conversations, we don't need a reservation. Lifting off the helipad, headed till our destinations. Check the rollie twice, just to see the diamond face hit. A miracle in the making. A year ago I was pacing, but now it's a marathon. My gear on, I'm Nike lacing. No cheer on when I be racing. It's fear I see on their faces. Need lyrics to get to my basement. What's up? What's up? Need lyrics to get to my basement. What's up?
Yeah. It's your boy Shango the Don Raga, and you are still watching the 808 After Show. My apologies for not getting the show on promptly at 11 p.m., but that is the excitement of doing anything live. You never know what's going to happen. But be that as it may, we were able to get everything working right and get connected with Austria's own Gini. Incredible young lady, very sharp, very lovely, talented artist. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you go check her out on Instagram, Facebook, all of that good stuff, and watch her video for Leaving You Behind. You can also go visit her website at genimusic.at. genimusic.at. And for someone from Austria, man, hey, she talk like a sister, just a little bit. Just a little bit. We're going to keep things moving right along. So I'll be with you going past the midnight hour as we already are. The interview with Gini, man, we just had such a good time. You just don't pay attention to time. And y'all love it because you ain't got nothing else to do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be sitting up watching this here video. But let's get into some of the new music. This is from my man Telly Bop, and it's called What's Going On.
Ay, 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 ay. Oh, boy, boy, boy. Hungry. Beware now, yeah. Oh, boy, boy, boy. Hey, Babylon a hooligan, them a feel like go. Free up the youth, them now we voice the echo. Over the hills, the valleys and the plateaus, them guilty and them action show. How come you never give the youth no food when they were hungry? Put them on the curb when you have it hard, yeah. Almighty never sleep nor slumber in a shield. Them government a fall, I warn you. Control your egos according to balance of divine flow. I'm telling you, only I and I know which way to go. I'm telling you so. In this a mix-up world, what's going on? What's going on? In this a mix-up world, what's going on? What's going on? I wanna know right now. Away I gone, and that I gone. In this a mix-up world, what's going on? I'm a black man and my history unmatched. When me say free, well me rep that round the clock. Give it to them raw, uncut and hardcore. When they repping for the poor and have-nots. One thing for sure, I know it's get alive. Precious life, haven't seen that other side. Cross the Arctic on the other side. If you ever know your birthright, youth, you're priceless. Before you go and commit the crime, hoping I can change your mind. Think about your African pride. Yeah, what did I do to deserve it? What did I do? What did I do to deserve this? What did I do? In this a mix-up world, what's going on? What's going on? In this a mix-up world, what's going on? What's going on? I wanna know right now. Away I gone, and that I gone. In this a mix-up world, what's going on? Yeah. What did I do? Away I gone, can't afford run around Island. Yeah, we say more black love for the black youths. There's a genocidal mastermind plan to eradicate the black youths. Babylon a hooligan, them a feel like go. We abuse them now, we vice a echo. Over the hills, the valleys and the plateaus, them guilty and them action show. How come you never give the youth no food when they were hungry? Put them on the curb when you have it all, yeah. Almighty never sleep nor slumber in a shield. Them government a fall, I warn you. Control your egos according to balance of divine flow. I'm telling you, only I and I know which way to go. I'm telling you so. In this a mix-up world, what's going on? What's going on? In this a mix-up world, what's going on? What's going on? I wanna know right now. Away I gone, and that I gone. In this a mix-up world, what's going on?
Welcome to the economics. Politicians put your profits in their pockets. Who is David Egan? Let me spell it out for you. Island, governor, executive. Incompetence get elected. Imperfection, gentrification everywhere. Instantly, groups evicted. Isn't gifted enough, incoherent. Gangsters engage, invasions, governments enslaved. Indigenous gatherers enraged. Inherited, greedy economy. Ideologies generating equality. Inhabitants grieving, encountering international guidelines. empowering those like David Ige. Islander ground lands enlisted, it gets envisioned in God's existence. Infinite gospels encrypted, incident involving great Egyptians, Christians. I got editions imprinted, generational extraditions, including grueling expeditions, impressive giant exhibition. David vs. Goliath isn't given an excision. Why should David Ige get an exposition? Irrational gas emissions. If green earth isn't generating evaporation, then who gon' turn ignition? GE, instant gratification, expectations, impatient, gradually educated, inspiration, gains elevation, inflation, gamblers, expiration, implications, getting every impersonation, germophobic, exaggeration, identified genders, explanations, immigrations, get exonerated, introducing general excise taxation. IRS gives evaluations, but not to David Ige. Welcome to the economics. Nothing you can do to stop me. Inside the Garden of Eden, where the serpent is getting even. Immediately go to Eden. I guess evil is grieving. Eternity, infernal grave entrapment. Inadequate gestures, enchantment. Insecure girls enactment. Implants, gigantic enhancement. Inactive, galactic expansion. Ingredients genetically engineered. Imagine gene extractions. Infants get examined. Is God evil? Or does the devil interfere? Guess everyone is interfere. Instagram engagements, information gathering, entertainment. Insane shit gets encouraged into great enslavement. Industrial growth escalated, you can't escape it. Thanks to David Ige. Welcome to the economics, where all the news is just nuts. Intelligent growths, endorphins, I got euphoric, incredible gift endorsements. It gets enormous, informants, government enforcement, and getting extortion. They all is corrupt if you ask me. Involve green energy instead of greedy enemies. Interchange governing entities, infecting gross environment. Incoming great entitlement, expecting guys enlightenment. I gotta entice them with investments, growing enterprise, inventions get electrified, intertwine goals, exercise in gyms, energize, improvise, gossip equals lies, insightful, gothic, evil eyes. I gotta empathize. But now with David Ige, man, fuck David Ige. Welcome to the economics, real project, don't even get me started. Internal growth, experience in the ghost. Egos isn't goat, especially E-gay gets exposed. Illegal game rooms explode. Fuck your Twitter passwords and your telescopes. Immature general election, ignoring the government expenses. I got evidence, itemized gift embezzlements. Improperly grading excellence is generally effortless, but this shit's a mess. Thanks to David Ige. Man, fuck David Ige. Welcome to the economics.
Kind of had to catch my breath after that one. That was, of course, Snizzle, one of Hawaii's own dopest MCs to ever touch the mic, with his new track called Economics. And I mean, the brother went straight for the jugular, you dig? And of course, he's talking about our Governor David Ige. Living in Hawaii has definitely been interesting, to say the least, since the start of the pandemic, from shutdowns to bars being open, but you know, you can't dance or you can't sing. So on one side of the table, I'm like, man, what's the point? Well, I'm not going to go to a bar where a live band is playing and I can't sing along, or if I get in the mood, I can't dance. So you know what? I might as well stay home. That's just me. You know, I don't know about you, but that's just me. Everyone has their opinions about everything that's been done government-wise with regards to the pandemic, and now with regards to, you know, the vaccines and all that. People, you know, regurgitating conspiracy theories, which to me, I'm sorry if I piss somebody off, but to me it's just fucking stupid. If you're not a scientist, if you're not a doctor, and you're just regurgitating some shit you read on a weird website or, you know, saw on some bullshit YouTube channel, I mean, come on, bruh. Stop it. But there are actually people, oh, I got proof that, you know, CDC is, you know, talking about vaccinations shedding. So what? The same shit that you think you just miraculously found that wasn't supposed to be found is already public knowledge. So get over yourself. Let me stop before people start crying sheep. You dig? But keeping things moving right along, man, and to lighten the mood, Miss Cilla Ray is back with her homegirl Tiffany Evans with a brand new track called Open for Love. And you're about to hear it on the 808 After Show with your boy Shango the Don Raga.
One of that God, telling me nah, I don't need this no more. Stay in your grind, stay in your mind, you don't need this no more. I keep on telling them it ain't that deep, but I've been lying to myself lately. I've been looking for love, enough, not here to feel they wanna see what I got. Enough, can't let them in. I keep on telling them it ain't that deep, but I've been lying to myself lately. Got me falling, got me wanting, got me open for love. Got me on it, can't stop wanting someone to show me love. But I'm falling, can't stop wanting him, I've been there before. He's got me on it, got me falling, got me open for love.
Never thought I'd like this. Ooh, look at you, got me falling. I said I would take my time, but you moved on it, got me on edge. Now all I ever want is you. Oh, baby, you got me back. It's too late to turn back the time, yeah. You fulfill my fantasy.
Got me falling, got me wanting, got me open for love. Got me on it, can't stop wanting someone to show me love. But I'm falling, can't stop wanting him, I've been there before. He's got me on it, got me falling, got me open for love. I don't wanna find myself another man, but I've been feeling like I want somebody to touch. I can be exclusive, got too much to lose with money on my mind, boy, I've been working too hard. I don't wanna find myself another man, but I've been feeling like I want somebody to touch. I can be exclusive, got too much to lose with money on my mind, boy, I've been working got me falling, got me wanting, got me open for love. Got me on it, can't stop wanting someone to show me love. But I'm falling, can't stop wanting him, I've been there before. He's got me on it, he's got me falling, he's got me open for love.
And that was Miss Cilla Ray with Tiffany Evans' brand new joint titled Open for Love. And man, the ladies are definitely putting in work in 2021. So be sure you stay on the lookout for more great music coming from her as she continues her journey through this thing called the music business. The girl has been making some major moves, and it's kind of nice to see where things are going with her. But let's get into another video. This one comes from my big homie King Wild. I know he's not in Hawaii anymore. You know, he made that migration back to the great southeast coast you know, back in North Carolina, my neck of the woods, you dig? But he's got a brand new one featuring his homeboy Noodlehead, and it's called Better Do. And let's get into it inside the 808 After Show with your boy Shango the Don Rocker.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
Hey yo, let me
Hey, run up the revenue. Don't you put that little hoe on a pedestal. Lola Kobe, Lola TJ. Yeah. Hey, run up the revenue. And you stack that bitch up to the top just so you get a better view. Don't you put that little hoe on the pedestal. She not gon' better you, she gon' eat it like an edible. Listen to what I am telling you, go and get rich, cause this word is not what it is. Fake niggas screaming out how I really can get. This shit don't make no sense. These niggas ain't making no dollars. See, I'm a dog that's too big for the collar. Superhero cause my skin hold the power. Twitter fingers get you turned to a flower. See, run up that cake, that's just something you better do. Stay out the way, boy, that's something you better do. Play in them streets, not with me, what you better do. Most of these niggas, they faking, they federal. Walk in the spot and I'm feeling the energy. I see through these niggas vividly. All that capping, I won't let that shit get to me. Turn a nigga to a memory. I had some friends who said that they gon' ride for a nigga, but then they turned it to some enemies. I am not having no sympathy. Sick with this shit, I ain't needing no remedy. Sick with this shit, I be smoking no dope just to medicate. Only strong cause you know I'm a heavyweight. Hit the gas to the motherfucking pedal brake. Hit the gas, then I motherfucking levitate. I took some L's, but I had some better days. Killing these niggas like it ain't no other way. I'ma stack it, I'ma get it the other way. I'ma stack it, I'ma spend it. Hey, run away revenue. Don't you put that little hoe on the pedestal. She ain't gon' better you. She gon' eat that like a... Listen to what I am telling you. Go and get rich. Hey, go. Hey. Just Lola Kobe, Lola TJ, Lil nigga. Hey, run up the revenue. And you stack that bitch up to the top just so you get a better view. Don't you put that little hoe on the pedestal. She not gon' better you, she gon' eat it like an edible. Listen to what I am telling you, go and get rich, cause this word is not what it is. Fake niggas screaming out how I really can get. This shit don't make no sense. These niggas ain't making no dollars. See, I'm a dog that's too big for the collar. Superhero cause my skin hold the power. Twitter fingers get you turned to a flower. See, run up that cake, that's just something you better do. Stay out the way, boy, that's something you better do. Play in them streets, not with me, what you better do. Most of these niggas, they faking, they federal.
Run out that bag, what you better do. Niggas got smoking, I'm knowing this rabbit food. I keep the gas like kangaroo. If it's static, just know I ain't gon' play with you. I bought the cake for beef and I ain't shot it yet. I ain't even proud of that. They know I'm a shooter with 10 in these bands, cause I get a lot of that. Being stacking, I ain't gotta flex. Fill up a bag, now I'm on to the next. Damn, a bitch is she ain't casting checks. Fuck sex like I'm celibate. Squatting wildlife on the way to the top. Ain't giving us props, get treated like a op. Squatting wildlife on the way to the top. Ain't giving us props, get treated like a op.
Hey, run up the revenue.
Yeah,
Don't you put that little hoe on the pedestal.
she ain't gon' better you, nigga.
Listen to what I am telling you.
Hey, yeah.
Lola Kobe, Lola TJ, Lil nigga. Hey, run up the revenue. And you stack that bitch up to the top just so you get a better view. Don't you put that little hoe on the pedestal. She not gon' better you, she gon' eat it like an edible.
This is Dope Focus. This is not a music video, this is a movie.
Bust down, bust down. I'm tryna see if you gon' bust down. I told her hurry up, I'm in a rush now. But you gotta keep quiet, hush now. Fourth down, Hail Mary, say touchdown. When I bring that chopper out, you better duck now. Been a couple shootouts, never hit how. I'm $1 million nigga and I dropped out. Frostbite wanna smile cause I'm iced out. Fuck a hop, fuck a raw, make a top out. I lead up and like a lights out. Every time I lie down. Red hair, thick lips, and light skin. Got my baby all up in the mouth again. Call her bust down. Don't forget me, cause you know what about to say. Brand new foreign insides all satin. Whipping this like Joe did Jackson. Ball so hard, I'm in the game like Madden. Dropping these dimes, laying those like magic. In the fast lane, E goes to the limit. I'm a real rock star, members couldn't mimic. Everybody's talking, but nobody really know me. I shoot for D2, 4 like Kobe. He is the GOAT, you a history partner. You cruise the bench, I'm a starter, little partner. Run up on me, that's a mystery partner. Cause you would get slapped expeditiously, partner. Yellow toe tag from the core and the partner. Bobby Boucher always dripping in water. pretty dark, get ate by your daughter. Lines is my name and I keep getting hotter. Bust down. I'm tryna see if you gon' bust down. I told her hurry up, I'm in a rush now. But you gotta keep quiet, hush now. Fourth down, Hail Mary, say touchdown. When I bring the chopper out, you better duck now. Been a couple shootouts, never hit how. I'm $1 million nigga and I dropped out. Frostbite wanna smile cause I'm iced out. A half, a raw, make a top out. I lead up and knock a lights out. Every time I lie down. Red hair, thick lips, and light skin. Got my baby all up in the mouth again. Call her bust down. Don't forget me, cause you know what about the sin. I'm the one that I can trust now. Now I'm at the top, started from the ground. Got your homo in the shirt, send them home now. I'm a soldier in the field when it go down. Just like a girl, when I kick it out, you gotta go. Stay the night at pillow talking, that's a no-no. Knocking it down, just like dominoes. I'm that nigga, you know how I go. She said she like the fuck on my chains on. Hit from deep ball back shots while the game's on. Got a flight in the morning, won't stay long. I'm a mix between king and an icon. You just a rat on my python. Not a pump for you peasants and peons. She steady saying that she love lines, but lines don't do love and be gone. Bust down, bust down. I'm tryna see if you gon' bust down. I told her hurry up, I'm in a rush now. But you gotta keep quiet, hush now. Fourth down, Hail Mary, say touchdown. When I bring the chopper out, you better duck now. Been a couple shootouts, never hit how. I'm $1 million nigga and I dropped out. Frostbite wanna smile cause I'm iced out. A half, a raw, make a top out. I lead up and knock a lights out. Every time I lie down. Red hair, thick lips, and light skin. Got my baby all up in the mouth again. Call her bust down. Don't forget me, cause you know what about the sin.
Shango the Don, you're still inside the 808 After Show. We just saw the brand new video from my man King Wow and Noodlehead, Better Do, followed up by a brand new track from Virginia Beach's own Lines with Bust Down. Big shout out to my special guest earlier tonight, Miss Gini, checking in all the way from Austria. Make sure you go check her out at genimusic.at. I was actually about to end the show, but then something came to me. You know what? I'm going to make you guys wait until next week. That's going to do it for tonight. I'm Shango the Don Raga, and on behalf of everybody at RudeboyRadio808.com, Rude Boy Rhythms Entertainment, and the 808 After Show, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you guys next week. I'm out.